In today's video, I want to talk about how nice guys tend to get narcissistic women. I've spoken to so many different guys in my coaching practice, and some have told me that they just want to swear women off forever because they think every woman is a narcissist. Other guys have realized that they repeat the same kind of relationship over and over again. I want to talk about 5 aspects of being nice that I think are twisted in the minds of some people. And once you get to the root of that and you change and realize what nice really means, I know it can help you to shift out of repeating these kinds of relationships. So let's get started. Number 1, nice guys tend to think that by letting their significant other do whatever they want, make all the decisions, just yes their significant other to death, that would be the making of a wonderful relationship. Because after all, when we don't go along every time with the other person's wishes or desires or goals, the other person gets upset, and that equals an unhappy relationship. That's the thinking of a nice guy, okay? Usually what's beneath that way of thinking is a fear of conflict. The person is afraid to say no because the other person's going to get upset, or they're afraid to state what they really want to do because that means the other person's not going to be happy. So they sacrifice themselves thinking that that's going to produce a happy relationship. The problem with that is a healthy woman is not going to be attracted to that because she never knows where the guy stands. A healthy woman doesn't want a guy that says yes to everything she wants. A healthy woman doesn't want a guy that goes along with her opinion as if he doesn't have an opinion of his own. She never knows where he stands. She never knows who that real person is on the inside because he's so afraid of conflict that he's willing to sacrifice his wants and needs to please her. A narcissistic woman, on the other hand, loves a guy that's willing to sacrifice his own needs and wants to make her happy because then they have a lot in common. She expects everyone to sacrifice all of their wants and needs to revolve around her. So to her, it's a match made in heaven. Number 2, some guys think that they have to be nice guys because they don't have enough self-love within. So they think, well, if I'm nice, I'll just be nice and therefore I will be loved. The problem is, if you don't have healthy self-love within yourself, you're not going to attract somebody with healthy love inside of themselves either. Like attracts like. So again, not only does like attract like, which means if you don't have self-love, you're not going to attract somebody with self-love, but on top of it, if you don't have enough self-love, then narcissistic women are attracted to that because you're easy prey for love bombing. I've had some people tell me in my coaching practice, Michelle, I hear all about this love bombing, but when I look back, the love bombing that I got was so tiny. It was barely anything. Why is that? And basically what happens is if you're so in need of love because you don't have enough within and you're so thirsty for love, a narcissist doesn't have to work very hard. They can toss you crumbs of love, and because you're so thirsty, you're soaking that up as if it's something amazing. So you can be easy, quick prey for a narcissist because of the thirst that you have, and you're not able to quench that with yourself. You're not generating enough self-love within. Something else that makes nice guys perfect prey for narcissistic women is number 3, they're too agreeable. Again, this stems from a fear of making the other person unhappy. Sometimes they're afraid that if they're not agreeable, that they'll get rejected. So that fear of rejection is strong and it makes them very agreeable. Once again, a healthy woman is not going to be attracted to that because she's going to find a man like that boring. There's nothing to offer because all he wants to do is mirror her back to him. And that's not enough for a healthy woman. It's nice to have that, but it's not enough. A woman wants a guy that's able to share and is confident enough in who he is, what he likes, and his own passions, that he shares that confidently. A narcissistic woman will absolutely love that. She'll think, oh wow, he never disagrees with me. How awesome is that? He doesn't care about his own needs or wants. He only cares about mine. Well, that's awesome. We have a lot in common because I only care about my own needs and wants. That's how a narcissistic woman is going to think, and that's why she'll gravitate to a guy like that. Number 4, nice guys tend to think that being assertive is synonymous with being aggressive, which is wrong. Being assertive means being able to stand up for your own or other people's rights in a calm and positive way without being either aggressive or passively accepting the wrong. You're able to express your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs in a direct, honest, and appropriate way. This wrong view of assertiveness with nice guys probably stems from their childhood. Anytime they were assertive, it was met with something negative. Anytime they were assertive, they were made to feel like they did something extremely wrong, and so now they shun being assertive. But once again, being assertive is a quality that healthy women gravitate to. They want a man they can follow. They want a man that has a backbone, that can stand behind his thoughts, that can stand up for him or her when things are difficult. Narcissistic women love guys that are not assertive because then they can take the lead, and anytime something goes wrong, they can blame the guy for it. Nice guys that aren't assertive will tend to not mention something when it's bothering them. So they'll start to notice some toxic behaviors in the relationship, but they'll hold it in. They'll give the benefit of the doubt. They'll hold it in and hold it in until they explode. Narcissistic women love that because it's a game to narcissistic women. She'll either think, oh wow, it takes a while for him to explode. What can I do to see if I could beat that record? How quick can I get him to explode? And it will become a game to the narcissistic woman. And number 5, nice guys tend to not take the lead. They tend to wait to find out how their significant other feels before going along with it. They're so afraid of being wrong. They're so afraid of maybe criticism. Again, a lot of it has to do with how they were raised, that they take the route of letting the woman take the lead. They might think that's nice. That's being nice. They're not objecting to what the woman wants. The problem is a healthy woman wants to have a guy she feels that she can follow. A guy that she can lean on, a guy that she feels safe with, not a guy that she feels she has to protect and make every decision for. It's not going to be something that a healthy woman is going to be attracted to. A narcissistic woman, on the other hand, is going to love that. She's going to do whatever she wants, whenever she wants, how she wants it. And in the end, nice guys tend to feel like they give and they never get anything back, without realizing that they're the ones in control of how people treat them. They don't realize that it's their programming that's setting them up to be in these kinds of relationships. But guess what? Any one of us, no matter how faulty our programming was as children, no matter how we were raised, no matter what horrible examples we had as parents, we can make changes. Just like a computer can get a virus and function horribly until that virus is removed, well, the same thing can be true with us. That programming is like a virus, but it can be removed. Sometimes we can think that it's the other person that's always at fault. Well, that person's a narcissist. And obviously the narcissist has their responsibility as to what they're doing in the relationship. But once we realize that we can be empowered and make changes within ourselves that force people on the outside to make changes with us, once we realize that, then we can really begin doing work that will enable us to have the kind of relationships that we always wanted.